like we are finding out more and more that things that we were told that weren't are.
Yeah.
Remember, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you're right.
And think about it. Remember the story about Monsters Incorporated or all that from Pixar and the little stories of
I love that movie.
it
Monsters
was.
Inc. That shit was hard.
Shout out to
Mike
Ike. Yeah.
Wazowski. Mike Wazowski.
Shout out to John Goodman
Yeah, John Goodman and who's that other?
Billy Crystal.
Billy Crystal. Killed it.
Yes.
What a savage.
Oh, that movie was funny, but you know, back then we even thought there was stuff coming out about Pixar, like what were the Easter eggs? Shout out to Easter
Yeah, there
eggs.
is Easter eggs everywhere. Subliminal messages everywhere you look.
It is. And the thing is, like, when I went into acting, one of my things that I wanted to do was get into it close. Like, I wanted to learn, like, what were the says, what were the tells.
Yeah.
And, you know,
What do you mean by that, though?
it's kind of like when you play poker.
Yeah. Oh, so you're looking for that tell.
Yeah, you want to be a good poker player. Like, and a good poker player is you have to get into your opponent's head.
Yeah, with a lot of sports. I mean, everything is mental.
It is.
Really.
It is.
I mean, if you don't believe in something, it's just not going to happen.
No.
And it's a tough battle for everybody. Everybody's got to face that.
It is. It is. But you always have to have that mentality that Kobe had. Shout out to Kobe.
Shout out,
R.
Mamba.
R.I.P.
The
We
mom.
miss you.
R.I.P., man. Tough one.
It is.
Because that guy's mentality is what set him apart from everybody else. That work ethic, he was just like, this is happening. Like, nobody stopped me. You can bring a double team, triple team. I don't care.
And
yeah, I mean.
yeah.
The greatness.
It didn't matter, no.
Like, I think Kobe, it's so hard to go, like, greatest of all time argument. Because there's a great argument for, I think, Jordan, LeBron, and Kobe. Like, Kobe's got to be in there, too.
Right.
But he gets kind of, like, lost in it because his game was so much like Mike's.
Right.
You know what I mean? If Kobe was first, you know, he would be the greatest. You know, if he was before. But who says that he's there before Jordan, though?
Right.
Because Jordan created Kobe, kind of.
Right.
That's crazy.
It is true.
It's the evolution of the game.
Yes.
And I think, like, LeBron took Magic, Kobe, and Jordan and made it his game.
Right.
It's crazy.
Right. But a lot of people may not agree with what I'm going to say, but that's what's cool. We're supposed to have friendly disagreements about stuff where we both respect each other's decisions.
Dialogue,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there's a way you do stuff. Like, you can decide to be upset. And the thing is, it's not good for anybody.
Right.
Like, honestly, I know what it means to be upset because, you know, I was rear-ended at 60 plus miles per hour. I paid $117,000 because I did a good deed and I helped out a friend. But here's the thing. Would I do it again? Yes. Because here's the thing. I got hit from behind and that, for some reason, didn't hurt me. You know, the thing is, if you have so much will, you can overcome anything.
Right, but where do people find the will, though? A lot of what's the way the world is now. It's hard to find hope.
You know,
but we have to believe. You know what I mean? Like, what's the purpose of life?
Right. Here's the thing. You know, at first I asked that question because I died. I
Oh,
did.
what do you mean by, like, you actually...
I went into cardiac arrest for 5 seconds, and how, if you look on Gaia, or
Oh, yeah,
I'm sorry
that
if
website.
I'm mispronouncing
I
it,
think
Gaia?
it's Gaia or something.
Gaia,
Yeah, I think it's
there
something
it
like
is. I apologize to
No, you're good.
Gaia.com.
Uh,
But if you listen to them about meditation and stuff, I can tell you I don't understand it, but that's what we have to understand.
Yeah, I think
It is
people need
what
to do
it
that, yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter because you have to understand, like, how do you think it was during the time of, like, the dinosaurs, or like the first Neanderthals, or like when it was time for that bridge in Alaska, the Alaskan Bridge, where people could walk across. Do you think that people thought it would be the end of the world? But of course it wasn't. That's why it's so crazy that everybody's just coming to the conclusion. For the last 30 years, they've been saying that. And it's like, you've all been wrong the whole time. Like, it's funny, it's comical, because, like, it's just like, we hear it every 3 years, like, oh, it's the end of the world, oops, we have a hurricane. We have to understand that, the earth is a living thing. And a living thing, just like all of us, goes through happy, sad. Where do you think we get all our emotions from?
Right. And can we all agree that we are all one? Like, consciousness is a state of life, I feel. Like, it sets us apart from everything that's on this earth, right? At this moment that we are aware of.
We are.
Right.
Like, the thing
But what is that? Everybody translates that. They can translate it to God, only one God, Christianity, being a Christian, Islam,
Exactly.
It's all similar, but it's set to make us stay divided.
It is.
And that's the sad thing.
The thing is exactly what you say.
There is an evil.
It is.
And we all fight it because we all sin.
We are, but we have to make the decision of, like I go back to, rather than being upset, always do the thing that helps the person rather than puts them down.
Right. Try to be that person.
Yeah, you want to know why people become an angry person in the first place. It's because they've been told they suck or something like that.
True.
Like, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Like, and just to let you know, guys, like, work extra hard every day. Because I was 240 pounds at one point.
That's facts. Yeah.
You have
When I first met you, you were like 240 or something,
I was. Like, it was bad.
Yeah.
And you have
credit to you, man, you've gotten phenomenal shape from where you first were, man.
I was.
Playing basketball, staying active, golfing, now he's boxing. And I think that's one key thing that we're losing today, that, like, gyms are not open, people are mentally stressed with the state of events that we're in. And I think the worst thing you can do is lock people down. You should give them an option. If they don't feel safe, don't go inside. If you don't feel good, don't stay inside. But we have to have the economy open. We have to have that inflation stop.
Right.
Because this bubble is going to burst. We're $27 trillion in debt.
We are.
And they're just printing more money and more money off that. And the biggest thing is the central banks own everything. Like, that's the root problem of everything. Central, federal, reserve, banking.
We go back to Kobe mentality.
People gotta come together, man.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
But if you can't, you have to do everything. I can say this. One of the things that I've been doing to stay in shape, even when I can't be out because it might be snowing or something, like, you want to be good at something. You really want to take care of yourself. Mm-hmm. Go to YouTube.
Get vitamins. You need certain vitamins, man. Like, they're not promoting actual natural remedies. Like, we're shooting people up with vaccines that are unproven. And people are right. We don't know the long-term effects.
No.
I think people should be wary of state events, how things are happening so fast.
Right, but you see that's where I say it is what it is. And it's not really, if you want to worry about yourself, at the same time you have to worry about the other people around you. If what they're doing is they're wearing masks,
yeah, I'll be like, yeah, I'll be that person. Like, if you want me, I will. I'll respect you. But if we're shunning people, arresting people,
that's
shutting down businesses, then you're saying like these big global companies or box stores are open, but the hypocrisy of all your staying away from people, that you have so many people in there. Why can't the small business stay open if they follow this? You know what I mean? It's just total hypocrisy.
I completely agree. And I think it's wrong because there's so much anger. And I know right now, I'm sorry, I sound like a hippie. Okay, I get it. But, like, we need another Woodstock.
We need the people to come together.
Yeah. We need an event like that.
We need something like, man, yeah. Like, I think we need God. We do.
Yeah, I mean, when people, like, I don't like how people are saying, like, oh, don't be afraid, but it's the end of the world. Like, you're just scaring people because you're saying that.
That's, like, the biggest, if you keep people in deception and fear, you can control, just the way the things are, like, with big media, big tech, all these interests. Align.
Like, that's why I say there's a way of saying something. You can be mean about it and say it like that. Like, it doesn't help anyone. And I think there's too much of that. And, I say it like I'm, get emotional about it. Because I am an emotional person.
I think people need, like we said earlier, like, have dialogue. We need to talk our differences instead of, like, using comments and banning people from a platform where there should be two sides to every story, which there is.
There always is.
I think with all this, like, cancel people out, it's not good.
Yeah, it's not.
Because if you can't have open dialogue, that's one good thing about podcasts, that really people can sit down, they can have dialogue, talk, whatever their, differences are, the similarities they may have in common that they didn't know before.
Right. I mean, the saying goes back to you learn something every day no matter how old you get.
Yeah.
Or you can teach an old dog new tricks. Or you can't, or something like that. But the point is you have to learn to adapt. Evolution.
That's evolution, that's fact.
Shout out to WWE. Evolution. Shout out to #Ric Flair.
Randy Orton, RKO King. Shout out.
Shout out to Rated RKO.
Yes, sir. Shout out.
And shout out to the Cerebral
Assassin,
the King of Kings,
the Lord of Lords.
I gotta tell
Jack Nicholson.
Man. Shout out to Triple H. Shout out to Triple H and Stephanie McMahon.
Yeah.
Shane McMahon.
Vince McMahon. Ben Stiller. Jeez, what a guy.
Well, I'll say
Meet
this.
the Fockers? What a movie.
I'll say this. Hold on. I'll say this. Because any wrestling fan can say anything.
Dude, why are you yelling? He has neighbors that have kids next door, dude.
Well, I'm very passionate about wrestling, and I'm sad about what you're doing.
Can we somehow get you? I think you would be the perfect manager, like, hype guy, and you will get into wrestling. I think that would be a sick spot for you.
Right.
I think you'd be a good, like, heel, like, manager.
Right, but my point is, like, any fan can say anything about the McMahons or Triple H or whatnot. But they're doing an awesome job for what they have. Try doing any company.
How much revenue they've lost since they can't have fans there, really.
No, but it doesn't matter. Because the thing, just like #Evolution, Shout out to Dave Batista too. I am sorry, my friend. I'm sorry to the Hall of Famer. Like, you're awesome. I love your acting. Like, people have said many things about your acting.
I think he's pretty good.
He is.
He was in Blade Runner,
right?
2049. Shout out.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, it was a short role, but he's a savage.
But the thing that I say, other people haven't done it, so they don't know. They don't know what it's like doing the stuff that you guys that have been in movies. Like, that's not your, like, number one, you have to adapt from the thing, and you're just awesome at it, all you guys. Like, I apologize because sometimes I'm in so much awe that I don't know what to say. But as an actor myself, like, people can say what they want about wrestling, but people get hurt all the time because it is real.
It is.
It is real.
I mean, they're doing stunts basically, and they're wearing no padding. They're going full bore, and all the moves that you have to do to prevent your injuries from coming on.
Right.
I mean, because this one bad fall, you could break your back or spine or...
Right. I mean, some of these people are 70 plus years
some
old,
of those moves,
falling down. Shout out to people like Ric Flair, Mae Young.
Yeah, shout out.
Like, I can't believe some of the stuff that they did.
Like, Mankind, Mick Foley, jumping from the top of that match. Was that The Undertaker and Mankind?
Yeah, shout out to The Undertaker.
Some of those, like, matches back then were so raw.
They were.
I loved that back in the day. Like, the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Shout out to the American Badass. The thing is, like, we need WWE to be more like the Attitude Era. Like, that is my 100%, like...
That's facts.
Because, like, so many other things on TV have lost their censorship. Why can't wrestling?
Yeah.
Why? But that's why I say, like, the McMahons, Triple H, any wrestling company on TV, like, they have all done an awesome job during this time. People can disagree with what they want. Listen, I say this.
He's so passionate about wrestling.
I tried so hard to become an actor with what I had that it took me going.
You were gonna be the next Ben Stiller. He was gonna be a child prodigy. It was like, that story's raw as shit.
So
do like a 5-second, like, do like a little stand up.
All right,
improv.
Here's the thing about
like, Chris is a comedian. He's done stand up at West Palm Improv. I mean,
shout out to West Palm Beach.
Shout out to West Palm Improv.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Chrissy got what, 3 performances there at the 4 open mics. Hey, I give him props. Anybody that, even Joe Rogan said it, like, anybody that does stand up, that shit's not easy, especially starting out. Yes. There's a lot of people there. It was a full crowd. So, I mean, I give you mad props and for even doing it. And, dude, you got better each time you did it, and I respect the hell out of that.
Yeah.
I'm the one that I put you into it.
You did.
I signed him up. I was like, because I felt like you were... That's my bad for, like, signing you up and not, like, telling you.
No. That's
well,
the
I think
best
I did
way.
tell you.
That's the best way. Because I'll tell you what. If you're forced to do it, especially with me, you either do it or you're considered...
a choker.
Yeah, basically. But it's like a choker even has the... You know, they could even go up there and do it. This guy... He, like... he wouldn't even get on stage.
Yeah, like, I would Be dead ass with it. I'd be scared as fuck.
It's worse than a choker. It's a career ender.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I call that the retire. The destroyer. But you want to hear some stand-up?
Yeah, do like a quick 2-minute improv.
Okay, so I'll tell you a story about the one of the first times I went on a go-kart.
Oh god.
And another time when I went on a ATV. And another time when I went on a jet ski. And another time when I went in the water, deep sea on a boat. Okay, so the first one on a go-kart, I was on the back of it, and my buddy, he went 45, 50 miles per hour on my go-kart.
Oh jeez.
And he decided to do it 360 in the sand because he thought it was cool.
Oh god.
The next thing I remember, I was forced to let go because I held on as long as I could. And eventually there was so much force that I had to let go.
So what happened to you?
Like, I went over the go-kart, which means I went as high as my parents. Shout out to 9429 Hilltop Drive in Newport Richey, Florida, 34599. But anyways, the thing is,
he just shouts out his address.
I did not. I changed it. But the thing is, like, I went over the go-kart, went 12 feet in the air, and I took a DDT to the head.
Straight out of your head.
Straight on the crown of my head, right here.
Oh no.
Like, that's why I'm a little bit weird. Part of the reason.
Well, I mean, you've had 97 concussions or something.
But the thing is, like, it's
not even like it's like straight CTE. Like, I feel.
Oh yeah, like it's worse than getting straight dropped on your head. I mean, think about taking a drop on hard dirt from like twice the size of a wrestling ring.
Yeah.
Like, that's far, and then getting up. And when I got up, the go-kart was flipping like 6 times.
Oh god.
Barrel rolling 4 times, and like we were okay. So shout out to Jackass. I was a part of Jackass first.
You're saying you're a Jackass OG?
No, I'm a Jackass OG, but the thing is, they've done it on video. It's different.
Facts. Facts.
So, what do you think, man?
Wow, that's a great question, dude. I feel like it's good to have this opportunity to talk, and shout out to my boy Tommy for setting this up. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Tommy.
Tommy's the man.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big shout out. Who you want to shout out now? You got anybody to shout out?
Well, I want to shout out to anybody going through a difficult time.
Yeah, shout out to everybody that feels down and not feeling it. Stay strong, man.
They do. Listen, like,
fight for life.
You know, it's very hard because, you know, as I said, from someone who has had their heart stop, like I had that out of body experience. It's a difficult subject, and it is hard to come back from. But listen, I've lost over 110 pounds.
Shout out, yeah.
Like, if you
That's a mad cross, man.
It, like, listen, at some point you may have to take care for yourself. Any means necessary. With everything that's going on in this world, you can't be too safe.
Yeah.
At some point, you may have to take that, karate class.
You gotta push yourself. You gotta challenge yourself.
You do. You have to do new things.
Yeah.
Because you don't know
you
what
do.
the next day's going to bring.
Facts. I agree.
You can say, I'm going to be sad. And I would agree. Sometimes it is
Sometimes
sad.
you gotta get it out.
Yeah, but
You know?
that's the thing about human. We're not supposed to be robots.
No.
Being robots means you're one and doing the same all the time.
But what if it gets to the point where artificial intelligence does develop consciousness because they basically, with the algorithms of humans, they kind of figured out how they, but it's artificial, right? So it'll never be the same.
No, it won't.
But what if they do gain consciousness and they produce their own? It gets to that point. That's deep. I hope it never gets to that.
I think there may be a lot more things that we don't see out there.
I mean, just look how big the galaxies are. I mean, there's so much we don't
know. No.
And I don't think we're not supposed to know.
No, and again, it goes.
Should we know?
No, and it goes to what's the saying of the day?
I don't know.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Another thing that I can tell you.
What it is.
It is what it is.
What is it that it is?
It is what it is.
But what is it though?
So, things that I can say that's I had the moment of a lifetime because I love history, and everybody's going to say that
What type of history?
Ancient history.
Tell them about your experience that you had. You went back.
Yeah. All I can say is, like, I can't give away everything. But all I can say is, before I went to what it is, shout out to the Mummy series. And shout out to any Egyptian out there. Hey.
There's plenty of people that are Egyptian.
Yeah, shout out to all of them.
Shout out to them.
Like, listen, a lot of the stuff that you guys do is so cool. Like, growing a beard.
People from Egypt?
Oh, I am. Like,
what did your DNA test say when it came back?
My DNA test said,
I sent mine in. I'm waiting on that shit.
my ancestry DNA thing said that. What was
You're
it?
African.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm.
A lot
Greek.
of us are. That's where life originated.
Yeah, I'm Greek. I'm Italian, but most of all, I'm Egypt. I mean, I'm from Egypt.
You are Egypt?
Yeah. No.
I'm Egypt.
No.
I am Groot.
No. Egypt and all around Egypt, like Ethiopia.
Yeah.
Like, I have like 3-4%.
Oh, you're Ethiopian?
Yeah.
That's tight.
It is, and it's weird because, like, that's why I say shout out to the Mummy, because, like...
Shout out Brendan Fraser, too.
Dude, Brendan Fraser...